Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I'm reviewing the Ultra Dragon Battle from the brand new Ninjago wave. This is based off of Ninjago Legends Dustfall, which is going to be a new mini-series under the Ninjago Legends title. Very excited to see how this plays into it. Retails for $199.99, 2,178 pieces. Pretty good looking into it, and I really love how this set looks. Like, let's get into it. So starting just with the build, to take some of this stuff off so we can get a better look at it, you can take each of the figures off. Very simple. They're all just on like little action poses, action stands. So those are not hard to remove. And then after that, you just lift up the dragon's legs if they want to come up, and grab the other one, and then the dragon can just stand on its own, and you get the base on its own as well as all your figures. So let's get into the actual design of the individual parts of the build. So starting at the legs, these are completely fixed in place. You cannot move these at all. There's a little bit of flex there, and then in the feet you can move them side to side just a bit, which is enough to help you pose it just a little bit on the actual display. But yeah, there's not a ton to this, no posability or anything. Looking at the actual feet design, it's like it is very dragon-like. It's got a little bit of like tuft coming up just behind the toes. Speaking of toes, there's only 3, and then yeah, it's a very technic heavy section, but not a ton to it. Moving up the leg, it's got like an indented knee, like backwards knee, very similar to a lot of bigger dragons. This looks really nice. I love the transition from the white, a little bit of gold, and then into the black, and love how like bulky the like actual muscle of the dragon is. It feels like a very bulky dragon, similar to like the Source Dragon Emotion, just without the posability of the Source Dragon Emotion. But yeah, it looks really good. Same thing on the other side. And moving around to the tail, you've got a full 360 spin. Actually, it's not a full 360 spin. It's like 90 degrees each way. So you get like 180. Well, you get 270 degrees in total. But the other ones, again, full 360. This goes up and down ever so slightly, not a ton. And then this one's on a ball joint and can just be moved pretty much freely. And then tip of the tail is also on a ball joint as well. And then that just ends with some of these sea-bound blade pieces, which are used a few times throughout this set. I'm pretty sure there's 2 more. No, there isn't. I must be getting it confused with another set. That is my bad. But yeah, this whole like back end of the dragon also looks really good. Looking at the top, we can see little bits of like tuft and spikes coming out the back. And like, yeah, I don't know. I'm lost. I'm gonna cut this part out. So moving up to the chest of the dragon, you've got a full like black belly going up. You've got this like crest in the center. It's got a big lot of green energy in the center. Some more armory stuff on the sides with the gold. Moving over to the arms, these are identical on either side. You've got a full, without the wings, full 360 spin there. And then same with this joint. And then on here, you can also see a sticker and a little bit of trans green coming through, and that's showing like green energy flowing through it. So I think this is essentially Lloyd's powers, because that's how it kind of originally was back in season 1, where Lloyd's powers were just the original 4 powers, which is what the Ultra Dragon seems to cover. So I do really like that detail. And then moving along the arm, ends of the hand with a ball joint. You got a little bit of tuft coming out as well, and then some sticker detailing here showing some scales going into the hands, which have just a few fingers. You can't really hold anything. You can like hold a figure like so, but no like proper connection points to actually hold anything. It's just sort of loosely fit in there. But yeah, that's all there really is to the torso and arms. I guess coming around to the back, you've got the massive wings, which are on ball joints here. It's actually, there's these like two little pins here, which give them a little bit of leeway up and down. And then the actual wings themselves are on ball joints all the way down, all the way up. And they look really good. I love the printing, like detailing of the wings here. They look so nice. Unfortunately, they're foil. I kind of wish they were cloth, similar to last year's Guardian Dragon, but that's just a personal thing. And then on the back, you can see some more of these spikes coming out, a little bit more of the scales as well. And yeah, this looks really nice. And moving to the top of the head, we've got the 4 dragon heads. From right to left, we have Earth with these like tusks, essentially. I believe this one's Earth because orange is very much how they've been depicting Earth recently. Moving on, we've got yellow, which is lightning, and then that's got lightning shooting out of the mouth, which is a really cool design. All of these are basically the same builds apart from the actual like mouth bit. We've got, well, I assume is fire because it's red, and orange should be earth, so I imagine the red is fire. It's got 2 little axes on the sides, which is kind of weird but kind of cool as well. And then the final one, which we actually don't know what it is, so there's a few things we're trying to figure out with this theme. Obviously this is the Ultra Dragon, which uses the 4 original elements. However, this could be like an icy breath with these details here, or it could be water. And that plays into one of our figures with Mira, who we don't know if she's lightning or if she's water, and if she's water, then it would make more sense to feature water on the Ultra Dragon. However, if she's not water, then I'm not sure why water would be on the water Ultra Dragon. It should just be ice, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird to see it so flowy for ice, if it is ice. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about up here. And then right at the top of the build, there's just another sticker showing some more scale detailing. But yeah, that's basically it for the actual Ultra Dragon of it all. It also kind of funny looking at it from the side, because you can just have all the heads forward like this, and it just kind of looks hunched over just a little bit, especially with these front heads. But I've come up with some, well, at least one cool pose, which I will show off at the end. One that I just personally really like. And then moving on to the base, this is a completely brick-built base. A lot of technique going into this center, and then going all throughout the Great Devourer. This is the Great Devourer as well, which is pretty cool. Coming down here just at the front, you can see some like lightning blast, which is almost identical to where Mira has her surfboard, and then you can just chuck your Oni, have him getting flung back. Probably a more dynamic pose you could do. I just don't have him set up for it. Moving on, you can see some of the like ground that the Great Devourer has sort of lifted up with it, which is really cool to see. I love the build for this, and it looks so nice in person. Saves it from being just like some flat terrain with a little bit of height. And this is where you can chuck Nate, so you can have him sort of flying in to hit the Great Devourer with some kind of strength blast with his I forgot what it's called, but it is basically just a bat. There is a name, and I'll say it when I'm covering the figure, don't you worry. Then moving on just over to the side, you've got a little bit of a path which has been ruined by the Great Devourer. You've got just a Torii gate. It's got the Dragon Claw, which is a new mold for this wave. Comes in 2, 3, 4 other sets. 3 regular sets, one of them is a 4+ set. This one unfortunately only comes as 1, not a pair, so you can't just buy this and then give one of your dragon form ninja a set of claws. They'll be missing one of them, which is unfortunate. There's a little lantern hanging off and some sticker detailing here, which is nice. It's not really needed, but it is just kind of nice design. Moving over to the Great Devourer over here. Very cool design, very cool techniques to put this together. There's a lot of ball joints here. You can turn that around, and then you can essentially have it as if the Great Devourer is slithering away instead of facing the Ultra Dragon. And speaking of waist joints, I just remembered the Ultra Dragon also has a waist joint, which can be kind of used for play, but there's not a ton of poses you can do with the Ultra Dragon. Moving further up, you've got the head, and then at the back you've got the like, I don't know what they're called, but snakes have their thing where like the frills come out. So you've got some nice sticker detailing there, and some more right on the top as well. And then you've got what are essentially like fangs coming out from the side. And then going into the face, there's some nice like trans pink going for the eye, which looks really nice. And then the mouth, which can be slightly opened up. You've also got the tongue, which can be moved around as well, so you can have it more hissing towards the dragon. And then you can just close that back up, just like that. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about the base. It looks really nice. I really like it. Kind of a bit sad that the Great Devourer can't be taken out in any form. However, it is nice that you can do this, because it at least adds a little bit of a different display, as if the Ultra Dragon is chasing it instead of just facing it one-on-one. But yeah, let's get on to the figures. So our first figure for this set is going to be Mira. Mira is one of our new characters for Ninjago Legends. These are all entirely new characters. Her and Jin are the most common, coming in all 3 sets. This outfit only coming in 2, this one and the Battle of the Dragon's Blade. She's really cool. I love her detailing. She uses dark blue, medium azure, very Nia-like colors. However, I have a stronger feeling she's the Master of Lightning. There's a few things like her surfboard here, which is another just little side build to the set. It looks really nice. Not much to it. It has like lightning coming out of it, and this can almost be seen as like a cannon. And where this set has its main display, it's got this lightning blast coming straight from it. So I imagine Mira's coming along and then she shoots out her lightning blast using her lightning powers. Or she could also be water, and that plays into the Ultra Dragon having water as its 4th element. I don't know. However, Mira is really cool. New face print. She's got an angry side, a happy side, and then she's also got a dual molded new hood with the hair coming out, blonde, like a little front ponytail coming down, which looks really nice. I love the design of this figure, as well as for this wave of Ninjago sets, we have like little sheaves on the side of figures. Each set comes with a duplicate. This set comes with 3 duplicates, or 2 or 3, I'm pretty sure, which is really cool. It means you can use a lot for customs that come in both black and maroon or dark red. So I'll show off that other one in this set as well, because we do get both in this set. But yeah, it's really cool. Very simple. All you do is slide in a sword and it just sort of sits there. The hand sits right above it. For me personally, this is a very like good thing for, say, Zoro from One Piece, but could be used for so many other customs, and very excited to see what people do with it. But yeah, that's basically it for Mira. Our next figure is Jin. This is the new Fire Master, or maybe old Fire Master, as we don't know if these are descendants or ancestors. He looks really cool. Like, same as Mira, comes in 2 other sets, one in the full suit, another just head and face mask. But he looks really cool. Has the Tournament of Sorcerers armor piece, so he can hold 2 swords. He also comes with the sword sheath in dark red. This time it's on the other side, but that's because the swords will come out on this side and kind of, you know, blocks it, makes it hard to have the swords on the back. But yeah, he looks really cool. Love the design of him. He's also got a new face print. He's got an angry face, and he's got a little scar on his cheek. So kind of resembles Kai with the fact of having like a facial scar. I wonder if that one will actually appear on the show. And then a little happy face as well. And then he also gets a new dual molded face hood. This time with like little devil horns on the front, which I'm just imagining this fully in red and dark red, and I think that would be really good for like a Daredevil custom. Even this would be good for a Daredevil custom. So I'm excited to see what people do with this kind of with these new parts. He also is one of the few Ninjago figures with arm printing, which is really exciting to see. He's just got a little bit of like fire on the side. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about Jin. A lot of these new characters have kind of simplistic looking designs. Like, they've got a lot of detail, but they're very simplistic looking robes, which makes me feel like they're older robes, almost. I don't know. This is a lot of speculation. Hopefully the Dustfall trailer comes out soon. If not, guess we'll never know. Or I guess we'll find out when it comes out. But yeah, let's move on to the other figures. Our next figure is Nate. This is assumingly the Master of Earth. Past, present, not present, past, future, we don't know. Again, been over this with Jin and Mira. He looks really cool. Uses the climber armor, which, very cool. Nice to see again. Uses the back as well, so you can chuck two swords in there. However, he also comes with one of the sheaves. This one is in black, so same as Mira, which is kind of unfortunate, but you can just chuck a second sword in there, which is very nice. He also comes with this weapon, which I said I was going to research the name and then I forgot, but it is a Japanese weapon. It's essentially a bat, but it looks really cool and just very unique for a Lego figure. He also has a unique face print, if it wants to come out for me today. Hello, there we go. He's got a unique, very happy smile. Unfortunately, it is a one-sided face print because of the hat he uses, which is the straw hat piece in black. So he doesn't exactly get to show off, well, he doesn't get to cover the backside of his head. So unfortunately, he only gets a single head. And I doubt we're going to see this character again outside of this. So kind of sad if we're only getting one face print. But I don't know what his character's like. He might just be a very happy fella. And then again, same as Jin and Mira, kind of simplistic looking robes, this time in black. Almost identical to Jin's as well. And he's got a little bit of like earth design on there as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's basically it. Let's move on to the final figure. And then our final figure is the Oni Warrior or Oni General. Kind of forget them. They're basically just the same figure. The only difference is this armor piece right here. This one's in gold. I believe that makes him the General. The other one's in gunmetal gray. So I think that's the Warrior. And then there's also a third one which doesn't have any armor. So yeah. They also come with this new like mask piece, which looks really cool. Also, these look very different from the Oni we saw in season 10. So wondering what that means for Oni. Maybe like this also brings up they're most likely past Oni. This is what Oni used to look like. Stuff like that. Love the printing on the... Ooh, there he goes. Love the printing on the torso and the back with like the swells and the muscles and all that. And then the taser face hair, I believe is what that is, in white, which also looks pretty cool. And then comes with this just sort of sword. Yeah, not much to him, but a pretty cool figure nonetheless. And I kind of wish we got more of these guys because it would be cool to have like a little army of newer Oni. But it depends how many there are in Dustfall. There could only be a couple. So, I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, on to a few miscellaneous stuff before I do my full overview. So the first thing is the poster, which I don't know if I can fully get in camera, but it is just the Ultra Dragon facing down the Great Devourer, and it looks sick as hell. On this poster, you can also see, yeah, that looks way more like water. That's definitely fire, lightning, and earth. So maybe it is water, maybe it's... because that could also just be ice. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that's just a cool extra thing you get in the build. We'll be putting these up soon. Might show them off in like a room tour. I don't know if you guys want that. I might do it if you guys want that. I might just do it regardless. But yeah, let's move on to some poses that I kind of like with this thing that I have just kind of been messing around with. So this is the one I've kind of just had in the background. It's nothing special. It's really only here. It just looks like he's patting the Great Devourer like he's a little pet. And he just kind of isn't like screaming at him either. I don't know, it's just something silly and fun. And I got this one as if it's like about to fire a massive blast or something. It's just like screaming into the air. I gotta imagine lightning crashing down, fire coming out of its mouth, the earth rising up, and either a tidal wave coming or a snowstorm coming. Depends on the ice or water thing. But yeah, I also really like this one. I don't know, it's just kind of stupid. There's nothing like too special about it. It's just kind of cool. I got it in a really good pose before. Don't think I'm going to be able to get it in that one again. But yeah. So that was my review of the Ultra Dragon Battle. $200, over 2,000 pieces. So worth it, in my opinion. I love the design of this. I get some people don't like display sets as much. I also get that this is a sub-theme of something that we have no idea what it's like yet. So completely new characters, completely new settings, stuff that we have no idea if it's going to be good. But I mean, I like it. And I'm excited to see more. They might continue this story because completely new characters, might as well continue it. You've done all these new molds, all these new prints. Might as well use them some more. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and let me know what you guys want to see reviewed next. I've got most of the wave left. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see ya.